the town a lot so well?
Unfortunately not. This belongs to another lifetime.
Really?
It is true. It was a good.
Yeah,
It was.
It was fabulous.
I enjoyed every molecule of time since then.
Back in '75, when you were in Ireland, when we met first, did you ever imagine that Loden would build a guitar just for you?
In 1977 it was, I think, not 75.
75. Your record was just released.
Yeah, but I didn't come to Ireland then. No, it was 2 years later. My first time was, I remember vividly, because vividly is the name of my new record.
I'm getting old.
No, but yeah, and after a while, what's the importance? But I was with my friend Serge from Lausanne, a French architect who lived in Lausanne for many years, and he was very much into Irish music. He had friends in Doolin, friends in Dublin, and he said to me, "You play Irish music? Have you been to Ireland?" I said, "I've never been to Ireland." He said, "Would you like to come? I'm going this summer." I said, "I would love to come." I was 19.
But could you ever imagine?
I was with him, and we went together. We went to visit his friend in Doolin, and he told me about the place. I had no idea, you know. We went to the Aran Islands. We got stuck there for 1 week. Instead of spending only the afternoon, we spent a week with no money, no guitar. Yeah, I had a good time. It's only after that I knew about Loudon guitars. I didn't know about Loudon then. Loudon was even starting then.
Let's say not Loudon, but let's say any guitar builder would build a guitar named after you.
No, of course not.
So
no.
You changed a lot. In America, they say what I read is you're a star in what they call, I think, New Age jazz.
World music.
World music, yeah.
New Age was already, that's already gone. New Age. It's
like
it's
gone,
it's the late 80s, early 90s.
But now they call it world music. But to me, it's still music. It's not really world music. It's how would you define your music?
I don't define it. I just do what I want to express. I try to do that. Why should I define it? I don't care about defining it.
You don't care about little boxes. You never cared about little boxes.
I like little boxes to put some things in it which looks nice. You open them, you close them. That's a box, you know. But I will never want to put anybody in a box. I hate to see animals in cage.
What is the feeling of playing in a jazz club?
It's good. I feel there is a lot of sweat here, a lot of great vibes. A lot of people have been really, pulling their teeth on that stage, taking chances with the music, getting the inspiration come to them and improvised, which is the most sincere and truthful thing you could do. So not that playing something written, but the combination of something which is thought out, that you have written, that you can reproduce, but that you also let that thing evolve and mature and try to follow that evolution is amazing. That's really what that is, I guess, the evolution of a musician. This is where we learn, you know.
What you say, there's still a lot of south of France in you?
A lot of?
The south of France?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I really don't know. I have no idea. I don't try to define myself. I just let myself go with the flow, and if I look rationally to my ancestors coming from Spain, from North Africa, from Algeria, Morocco, of course I have a bit of this in me, you know, and it shows in the music. It shows, but I'm a citizen of today. I'm a Westerner with African roots.
So the real roots, we all came from Africa.
Supposedly. Yeah, we have to come from somewhere. Me, I know that I came from my mother.
Oh,
and she happens and she happens to be in North Africa. But I think we are for those of us who have the chance to born somewhere and to stay there and to grow in the culture of that place and become the fruit of that, like Paco de Lucia in Spain playing flamenco and fantastic. Me, it has not been my experience. I am completely derooted since I was 4 years old. I didn't want to, in fact, I didn't want to be in a box. So I chose from an early age, even before making a conscious decision, to not be categorizable, to try to be singular, to exist as an individual.
Is that why it seems to me, of course you did records with other people, but I think it's your most, or the best music you do is when you're just on your own, just you and the guitar.
It's debatable. I would not use the adjective best.
Okay, but that's the most true.
Of course, because this has been my research, in fact, as an instrumentist, to make the guitar be several things at once. Because I come from the piano background, and I've been always fascinated by harmony, bass, all the things at once in one thing. And I think I'm a pretty lonesome man as a character. So I like to play music, to be able to play music alone. Not that I don't like to play with other people. I love it. But I find this experience to be a complete, full experience, to be alone with music and to try to make it happen. And to not have to depend on other beings, right? I mean, we do depend on each other, of course, but to a certain extent, to be able to come here in Berlin and play on my own stage, and to stand the stage for 2 hours and entertain people and tell them my story, I think it's that's where I stand. That's my forte.
Tell me something about your new CD, because I have never heard it, because the company was...
You will.
The company was not able to send me a copy in advance.
No, of course there was no copy in advance. I mean, they were, but it's good that you waited. Now you are going to have the real thing.
I can't ask you anything about the CD, so tell me something about it.
Well, we'll have to meet again.
After the concert, we won't be able, I think.
No, but another time. But
yeah.
my new CD has been much marinating for sometimes 20, 25 years. It's the material I have recorded, 14 instrumental and songs, as some of them come from a long, long time, but I was not able to play them. The music was there, but I was not mature enough. So the music has been very patient with me. Music said, Pierre, I'm around. When you need me, call on me, I come, and we'll see if you are ready. If you're not ready, no worries, I come back. And that's a little bit how I see. For me, music is a person. It's an entity. It's like some people would say, God, God made the world, and I respect that. We call what we want. In fact, as long as we find our inner balance, whatever works is great. If we can be happy during our time on Earth, this little time we have, which is not much. Whatever works, as long as we don't hurt other people, as long as we respect the life, we're in every molecule of life. And I look at music this way. For me, music has always been there. It's, of course, it's an intellectual thing. It's the more musician you are, the more you appreciate music, basically. Sometimes I listen to music which I used to listen a long time ago, and not only I appreciate them more, but they make an amazing effect on me, even more than... And so it means that I have matured a little bit, but you see, music is always ahead sometimes.
Oh, I know what you mean.
It's always ahead. You have to catch up with it, and so my work, not my duty, not my contract, but what I want to spend the rest of my time with is to learn how to be up for that. To be up for a great improvisation, to try to incarnate the music which goes through me, and if I can succeed, I think I will be a happy man. I am already a happy man, because that's a beautiful road,
Do you prefer to be on stage or do you prefer to record new songs?
I love both.
Both?
In fact, when I have to go on the road, I'm depressed.
Really?
For a little while, and then not when I'm on the road, but the thought of it before I leave is depressing. Because I love to be home, I love to play, to practice, to write and record. I love that. I love to listen to the music which came through me. You know, that's my work. So in fact, I enjoy listening to it much more than I enjoy playing it. But
why don't you play your CDs, sit down and
yeah, but in fact, but the full circle is in fact to be able to then to reproduce this music, and once you go into that process, you do fully understand what the music in fact, where it's coming from and where it wants to go. And so that's another initiation which is indispensable. It's essential. So the recording alone is only good to trigger something else, which is the road, which is that you have to deliver it, whatever it takes, and in whatever your health condition can be. You have to be, the show must go on. That's exactly it. And you understand sometimes that you have an amazing resources coming from within you that help you. And I think music help you, because I never feel alone when I'm playing alone. You see, I'm playing alone, but I'm playing music. I'm trying to speak with the music, and in fact, the music come and visit me. So I'm not alone, and to not mention the audience. So we are three entities, and hopefully at the end only one.
What kind of music are you listening to if you're on your own?
Oh, today I went to that big record store and I bought a CD which I had on vinyl and which I listened to a long time ago. I had not listened to it for a long time. It's Egberto Gismonti, a CD called No Capira. Fabulous. It gave me a shock to listen to it like 25 years later. So beautiful. Egberto Gismonti is from Brazil. I love to listen to Keith Jarrett, to Bill Evans, to Tillmans, to Jobim, to Milton Nascimento, to Wayne Shorter, Herbie Hancock, to traditional musician from India, to the music of Raman, the score, movie maker, soundtrack, composer, fabulous. I need to listen to challenging music, which at the same time take my soul, which help me to become a better person.
You haven't changed.
Huh?
You haven't changed.
No, I haven't changed. I think I've become a better person.
You were the same years back in Ireland. You listened to everything.
Always, and I do listen to Irish music. I love listen to some good old bluegrass, which I used to play, and some. I spent a week on a reunion island with David Spillane, and.
Would you like to play bluegrass again?
No. Because it's no longer me, but I love listening to it.
Douglas?
Huh?
Together with Jerry Douglas?
Yeah, but we don't have to play bluegrass.
That's true.
We can. Jerry Douglas can play anything musical. He's a fabulous musician. Yes. I think my attitude is that it's not like I don't want to play bluegrass. Is that it's
finished.
For me, it's finished because it's a very high level, and all those young musicians have a spirit. Once you are no longer in the spirit, it's very difficult to pretend. So what's the point? It's not only technique, it's a spirit. We're talking about spirit. It's like a tune. Sometimes you can play a tune for a certain amount of time, and after that time, that tune has left you.
As you talk about spirit, could you imagine when I heard The Town I Loved So Well, it catched me. But could you imagine that this song still haunts me?
I do, of course, I do imagine.
Well, I said it's the song I want to listen to when they put me into the grave.
Okay.
But this is spirit too, although you said this period is gone.
Not the spirit of the song. Of course, no. It's the adequation between me and that song, which is no longer in sync today.
I try to imagine how you could do this song
today.
Today, yes.
Oh, I would do it very differently.
Yes, I guess so. You changed a lot.
And yet,
changed a lot. You improved a lot.
Yeah, but it all those things
And
helps.
you lived a lot.
Huh? Yeah.
And you lived a lot.
I did, yeah, a little bit more, yeah. As long as you stay in the spirit, and the spirit can be a lot of different things.
So how do you write songs? You grab in the air, put it down?
Yeah, it comes mostly, I imagine, and so it comes to me.
Do
and
you
I
wake up at night?
No, but I dream about the music sometimes. Or, no, I don't wake up at night. Sometimes I have an insomnia. It's different, but when I drive, it's amazing. When I drive, when I am in the subway, when I feel I'm in the human chain, but on my own, but in the mixitude.
I do. I know what you mean. Yeah.
This is when it comes and visit me. It's like, it's a bit like something coming from a radio channel, direct to me, and I let it come in, out. I don't try to force it. I don't try to retain it. When it's visiting me, I have a great time, and I play with it, and then I move on. I might forget it, but it might also come back. And if it keeps coming back, then I start feeling this is something genuine, that want to be treated by my system, and that want to become something. So then I start really to give a lot of attention to it.
Is there one composer or one musician you would have liked to met or played with? One.
Handel.
Handel.
Mm.
Shake hands.
Mm?
Shake hands.
Huh?
Shake hands.
You too? You too? Really? Handel, because I grew up listening to a lot of classical music, and Handel is a beautiful spirit. There is no artifacts in the music of Handel. Of course, he's also a professional guy. He had to please the people, his genitors.
You too.
Yeah, but in fact,
You have to please him as well. You have to
through something that I choose to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so those people come, and I'm very grateful to do, right? Handel was paid by kings, by princes, by lords, but still he was paid for the talent he had, and I don't think they asked him to change anything, but I feel that he was fulfilling something very honest and very sincere to him. And I'm very moved by his music. Not all of it. Sometimes it's a little bit too pompous, a bit too, but that's okay. We're talking about something which was made almost 300 years ago.
But you can strip it down anyway.
But 300 years later, some of it is spirited. And this spirit helps music to go through time. In fact, this is a spirit that is within everything, that helps the thing to never die.
But you would never record a piece by him, would you?
I did once. Water music. A little extract of water music on my third record, yeah. No, I don't want to record music by other people, because I have the great fortune to
Write your own.
to write something that is coming through my personal filter. I have the great chance to play music in my own way, and this is in fact the choice I make, because this is a matter of time. We are dealing with time, the issue of time. The Irish people said, and God made the time and He made plenty. Of course He made plenty, but our time is not plenty. So after a while, when you go in age, you start, to choose to be very picky about how you spend your time, and you start saying no, because I don't have the time, which is true. You have the time. It's not like you don't have the time, but you have the time for something. And so my time is for writing music and for learning what I write. And that takes all my life, because then I go on the road, and then I have my family. And
Are you now on the road again?
oh, I'm going to be on the road all year with my new record.
Next stop is Ireland?
Next stop is France. I'm going to play 3 shows in Paris. I'm going to play then 4 shows in the southwest of France. And after at the end of October, I go to Ireland for 12 shows or 10 shows, and then I come back in Germany for 6 or 7 shows. then I take some time off because I've been recording. You asked me earlier to tell you about my new record. So I've been spending from December 2009 until September, until a few weeks ago, recording, mixing, mastering, and then went on the road the next day after 2 nights with no sleep. So I'm on my knees right now, but I'm on a roll, I'm on a roll, so I feel a bit like an athlete, some guy doing a sport, and I have to watch my diet, I have to watch my physical condition.
How does your family cope with that?
Oh, great. Yeah. My wife also she's a physical therapist, but she's also a comedy director and a choreographer. My son is going to a dancing school, so we are all in the same frying pan. So we do understand each other.
So I think we're 2 lucky men, both doing that what they wanted to do.
Fantastic. And being accompanied by the right people.
Pierre, thanks very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Time.
Thank you.
Maybe next time, not 30 years in between.
I hope not. I hope sooner than that.
Yeah, next time you're in Berlin.